Everybody, welcome to the COVID-19 Charity CSGO Tournament brought to you by LANFest and Edge Gamers and LAN All Night. My name is Aaron. Joining me on my color casting chair is Vu. What's up, Vu?
Nice to be here. Nice to be a part of a charity event. And seems all 5 of the CTs were given kits at the start of the round.
That's a great start to the tournament. That's for sure.
I've not seen that before.
Free kits for everybody. Free kits. So they're most likely gonna either squash this round and restart everything. So we'll just talk a little bit about I guess the tournament in general and what we're gonna do throughout the day and the charities that are gonna benefit from this event. As I'm going to assume because they all got kits, it's gonna they're gonna restart the round, but we'll find out in a short minute. So just so you know, any funds raised today, we have a $5,000 goal for this charity tournament. Any funds raised will be 50% will be donated directly to Vanderbilt University, who is researching for a vaccine for COVID-19 or coronavirus, and the other 50% will be donated directly to the winning team's choice of charity, if I'm not mistaken. So we're also going to have some giveaways throughout the day. You can check out twitter.com/join LANFest. There's already a couple competitions up there. As the match is paused because of the issue with the kids, as they're going to try to figure out what's happening there. So yeah, twitter.com/join LANFest. A couple of competitions already up there to get some giveaways. again, you can donate throughout the day. Again, a $5,000 goal. Its URL is going to be below on the Twitch stream here. You can click on one of the donate banners. We'll take you directly there. And, join the Discord as well, the LANFest Discord, discord.gg/LANFest. And, of course, got to mention the sponsors, Supermicro, Viper Gaming, HyperX, Zalman, Lexer, Intel, ViewSonic. So, awesome event. It's going to be an awesome day. Legend is our producer here. And just so we can figure out what we are doing here, if you want to go to an intermission, make sure we get this this kit issue fixed out. So we'll be right back. Give us a couple minutes to get this sorted out, and we'll be back here at the charity tournament for CSGO.
Introducing the latest line of Super products, the C9 Z390 series motherboards. Using the latest Intel Z390 chipset and Core i9 CPUs, the bar has been set higher than ever before. We have included 4 models for this chipset alone, packed with features such as networking options up to 10 gigabit LAN for huge data throughput, M.2 and U.2 options to maximize storage performance, up to 4 PCI Express 3.0 by 16 slots, and our latest Super armor keeping your most vital components secured with increased retention, ensuring your precious investment from warping. When it comes to superior quality, Supermicro has been no stranger in the enterprise market, but when using the same cutting-edge components on our gaming motherboards, there is nothing else like it anywhere. For more information on these products, be sure to check out supero.com. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys, welcome back. Hopefully all the issue here is sorted out, and I believe it is. So we're going to have Off in the Woods versus X35 Gaming here on Inferno for match 1. And yeah, we'll do a roster rundown real quick on this pistol round for Off in the Woods. We're going to have Zulon, MCN, Blur, Jot, and Sideways. And over on X35, we're going to have Grumpy Kitten, Mass, Devil's Imp, Zionix, and Webby. There's an early kill coming out for Off in the Woods. Webby dropping pretty quickly. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Zionix as they are looking to set up for what looks to be an A hit. We're going to have 3 Off in the Woods players on A.
X35 actually went for a triple nade setup. Didn't actually get anything done, but it was a pretty interesting one. Something you see from some specific teams, and actually going to be busting their way out through apartments as well. Easy entry, but they still have to clear the bomb site. Zulan here to defend. Somehow trades haven't come out yet. He's still surviving in the bomb site, finally taken down as the bomb's getting planted, left in the 3v3. Winnable for both teams here, but advantage on the retake as look at the health here for X35.
Yeah, they're hurt right now as Zionix gets dropped by Blur with a nice headshot 2-on-3 situation. And Blur will find the head of Devil's Imp, leaving Kitten the only one left alive, 1v3. And she has a good back shot to multiple players here. They're not going to check pit, but she will eventually drop. And, or he will drop, I guess. And that's going to be the first round for Off in the Woods here.
Yeah, Kitten does feel like a name that is used by a female gamer, right?
It's 2020. Can't assume, man. Can't assume.
You can't assume. There is a Australian player going by Kitten that's definitely a 16-year-old guy. But it just gives off that impression. So
Vu, I've known you for a minute here, and they recently brought back the MP5 to CSGO. What's your thoughts on it so far?
My thoughts are any CT side SMG other than the MP9 is just terrible. MP9 is just so much better than everything else.
I agree, actually. I do like the MP5 though. In certain situations, it kind of feels good to go back to the CS Source days, you know, with the MP5 in hand. But it's a fun addition, I think. I'm glad they kind of brought it back.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the MP9 is just so good.
As we get into the second round here, bomb's going to be in the hands of Devil's Emo, or God, Imp. As they're looking for a B hit here, as the rotation from Zulon from A is coming over. And they haven't been able to execute just yet. All 5 members of X35 are going to be on Banana right now. As Zulon starts to make his way back over towards the A bomb site, leaving a perfect opportunity for X35 to take control of B.
Nice entry from Webby, and that leaves Blur all on his own. He's getting flanked here as well, but the flank won't even be necessary as he just gets taken down from the front. And it's a 5v3, make it a 4v3 as Zulan on the rotate will start to get some work done. Picks up a double. Webby unable to get the trade. He should be going down as well. The retake is flawless as Zulan picks up 4, make it 5. And Off in the Woods get off to a pretty rough start to that round, but finish it off in style.
Pretty good defensive, you know, it was almost a retake. They did have kind of control of the bomb side, but Zulon came in there and just did some work there. That was the ace, right?
That was the ace.
Ace.
One of the situations where they needed one smoke. If they could smoke off CT, that round has a whole different look, but no utility to work with, no smoke for CT. The retake comes in, and Off in the Woods get off to a very nice start to this game, this round, as well as Blur's already made his way down to bottom Banana, although entry goes the way of Zionix.
Very aggressive push here by Blur. They did buy up pretty heavily for X35. I saw even an op, but it's already down. And right now it's down to a 3-on-4 as Zionix and Webby drop early. And his chat over on Off in the Woods drops as well. So bomb's going to be in the hands of Devil's Imp. It's going to be a 3-on-4. You only have it's a 2-2 split as Off in the Woods have control of Banana as X35 start to make their way towards the A bomb site.
And Sideways could be the make or break player here, up and towards Boiler. He already made a bit of noise. They definitely heard he was here, and if he goes down, it'll be all on MCN with an MP9 and really just about no utility. But Sideways is going to be the one making the first entry happen. And with that, the information as well to his team, Blur is going to push his way out and act off of that, leaves X35 in a very rough spot.
Yeah, Zulon already rotated around. Blur is actually behind them, but that doesn't matter. Zulon with that op will drop Grump again, leaving Devil's Amp the only player alive with the COD gun.
Surprised anybody's still using that thing, given the nerfs.
They may stuck in their old ways, stuck in their old ways. And the time's going to run out anyway. Off in the Woods going to secure another round, and they're going to pick up an op that X35 did drop. So not the start that X35 was hoping for. It is a double elimination tournament, so there is a loser's bracket. So whoever loses in any match will have an opportunity to continue on. And, first and second prize, pretty awesome prizes, by the way. You got a Super Micro motherboard and a headset. First, second place to all members. So almost, I believe it's over $1,000 for first and second, cumulative prize pool there. So third round underway. Zulon opening things up. Is already down to a 5-on-3, but it's kind of a safe round for X35.
Yeah, hopefully it was a save round, because they're definitely not getting anything out of this one. Webby, the last one standing with the Deeg, can find the one, but gonna need to turn this one around if they they want to have any chance. Starting off 4-0. Of course, they are on the T side, so getting off to a rough start, you can always turn it back around. It's a little bit more hectic when you're on that CT side if you get off to a similar start. Off in the Woods certainly have to be pretty happy building that economy for themselves here.
Fifth round has Off in the Woods taking a 4-0 lead here. And again, charity tournament, guys, keep that in mind. If you want to donate, click on the buttons below. All funds go to charity, 50% to Vanderbilt, which is researching the vaccine and more information on COVID-19. And the other 50% will be donated on behalf of the winning team to charity of their choice. As we get underway with round 5, bomb is going to be in the hands of Devil's Imp. As it looks like they're kind of starting out slow. Double op setup, though, on X35.
The double op T-side setup on Inferno. You see a lot of teams not run a single op T-side Inferno. And X35 running 5 banana, looking like they want to go for a B exec. Very confusing that they have 2 ops going for the B exec.
As the X35 just walking about here, making sure Devil's Imp watching behind them. And I like Off in the Woods. They're being very patient here, not making any huge pushes to try to gain some information, unnecessary pushes. As they are going to be smoked out banana here. Zynex does kind of push forward, hopefully to maybe get some info. As Zulon is already starting his rotation from the A bomb site here. So it's already going to have 3 members of Off in the Woods to defend this.
X35 kind of doing this standard pug play where you just sit around with 5 players on banana for as long as possible, finally making waves in towards the bomb site. But Blur is here, Jat as well, to shut this thing down, and they have to wonder what they're doing at this point. And actually, they could have turned right back around, go towards A. It's very weakly held bomb site. Off in the Woods realizing that and over-rotating. This is getting a bit weird, but with only 15 seconds left, not much choice here for X35.
Yeah, no, this is it fell apart pretty quickly here for Off in the Woods, as Blur is just going to mow everybody down along with Jack getting a kill as well. And that's going to be a 5th round in the books for Off in the Woods, starting out very strongly here on CT side. So just a really quick, it's going to be a Viper Gaming Patriot headset for second place. So again, some pretty awesome prizes from our sponsors for this tournament, and a huge shout out to all of them as we get started into the 6th round. 5-0 score as Off in the Woods starting out very strong on this round, with Zulon opening up with an op kill into Webby.
Seems like Off in the Woods are just showing they are the better team right about now as they go for the double op, and Zulon did open up the fragging in this one as well. It seems like Off in the Woods round after round doing the same exact thing, and that is opening up the fragging for themselves, giving themselves the 5v4, and X35 with little to no response. Nothing so far in this round, of course, just pistols to work with. So you can respect that. But once they get guns in their hands, they need to start turning this one into a situation where they can actually pick up some trades.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I mean, they are saving. Hopefully, they can maybe get a kill or two, pick up a weapon or two, and do some economic damage to Off in the Woods. But they're starting to stack their monies up right now. Sideways coming in with a kill to Zynex. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Mass, as yet another player drops for X35, and it's just going to be alone to Mass. And they've done 0 damage this round to any player. Or Off in the Woods as Mass. I don't know if he wants to go hide or if he's going to go try to look for a banana kill, but they're already pushed down banana and he's going to get picked off right now with an op kill from Jap, and that's going to be a 6th round for Off in the Woods.
Pretty trivial 6th round for Off in the Woods as they pick that one up. And again, the double op being pulled out by X35 seems like the type of thing that pretty consistently happens when you're really out of ideas. You go for the double op and hope that you can get a free entry somewhere on the map, and Zulan may oblige. Thought he might peek into T-Stairs. He's had success doing so in the past, but this time around holds back, doesn't get too aggressive and potentially give up a free kill. It's MCN that gets aggressive, and Webby will win that one, but sideways with the quick trade. Webby picking up a frag, getting a little bit over eager for more, and leaves his team back into the 4v4, even numbers again.
Yeah, and if you look really quick, Jat is the only one on the B bomb side, and he's kind of wanting to possibly push around back onto site to defend here. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Devil's Imp, as he is still a load right now, and X35 really need to capitalize on this, as they need to put a round on the board, and right now they're waiting too long as Blur and the rest of Off in the Woods are already starting to rotate and get information. Jat's going to pick up a kill with the op into Devil's Imp. It's going to be down to a 4-on-3 situation. Mass down to a 3 HP right now, as again Off in the Woods are just doing work, and it's down to Grumpy Kent, the last player standing, as Jat will find him with the op.
That is pretty rough there for X35
right now.
Jat actually missed a couple of shots
down to
and really by all means should have been taken down there. Instead, they just couldn't quite find the angle to grab the kill, couldn't take him down, and thereby couldn't take down the round in any way, shape, or form. 7-0 down. It's not quite the James Bond. Same for Mass. 0-1-7, not 007, but it is a pretty non-existent scoreline at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. And a pretty mixed buy coming in for X35. Kind of a desperate situation here. They want to get some rounds on the board before half. You don't see the P90 very often in tournament play, but we'll see what Devil's M can do with it. As the bomb's going to be in the hands of Zynex, and it looks like they're setting up for a B hit here. As they're smoked out sideways, is going to find a kill to the lurker Webby. And that's going to be some information for Off in the Woods, but they're still going to be holding strong on the A bomb side, as right now X35 need to take advantage of this bomb site right now. They're stacked behind peeking wall here. Just give me 1 second here as I'm having some technical issues. Vu.
Well, the execute has come out. Jat did pick up the one. Blur as well, in a bit of an awkward situation. That setup boosted on each other's heads towards the new box, but no molly there for X35 means they can't really accurately deal with that setup, and that leaves an 8th round picked up by Off in the Woods, yet again cleaning it up. Although Mass did finally make his way onto the board, I think the scoreboard in terms of frags on the side of X35 really tells the story, as not a single player has more than 3 frags. 8 rounds, 9 rounds now into the game.
And the economy is just building for Off in the Woods here. It's not looking good for X35. Hopefully, maybe they can string some rounds together coming up, but Blur is going to just op Mass in the face, and just like that, it's going to be a man down situation for X35.
You know, when you're looking at a scoreboard, you're thinking usually you look at a team not getting too many kills if they've got something like, 2 kills per round on average as the team. Here we've got X35. They've got 10 kills total. So they're about 1 kill a round, and that is not something that bodes very well for the future.
Definitely not, but hey, you know what? They may be a CT-sided team. Who knows? Who knows here? As, again, Sideways finding the kill. It's down to a 5-on-2 with Zynex with an op in his hand. Doubles Imp with the P90 and the bomb as they're moving their way towards the, what looks to be the A-bomb site here. As Zynex gets into Boiler and will probably meet Sideways here, finds the kill. So a little hope, a gleam of hope maybe for X35 on this round, but it's still a 4-on-2 situation.
Well, that is their 1 kill for this round, and see if they can pick up a second. Devil's Imp has been opting into the P90 the last few rounds in a row, hoping to get something done with it, but Zulan is the one getting something done. MCN as well tacks another onto the board, and Off in the Woods are off into domination country as they're 9-0 up, and again X35 with not much money to work with.
Oh, X35, kind of a mixed bag going in again here, and it kind of they need to be desperate a little bit, start stringing some rounds on T side together. 9-0 being your scoreline in round 10, and they're going to be pushing up pretty aggressive here into Banana. Nades coming out, Jet doing a lot of damage here, getting a 3-piece before dropping to Webby. And just like that, it's a 4-on-2 situation. Webby with 15 HP. And yeah, Off in the Woods are coming up behind him. Webby's are going to be your LMS. He will find a kill, though, in the Sideways. But he has 15 HP against 3 relatively strong Off in the Woods players here. So it's not looking good for X35 to pick up around here.
Bit of consolation frags really for Webby here. The round should in no way be going his direction. Again, 15 health, 1v3. Zulan will take that out of his hands as well to put double digits on the board for Woods. But
and they're going to be pushing up pretty aggressive here into Banana. Nades coming out, Jet doing a lot of damage here.
Maybe giving himself
10.
some confidence, and I have to write X35 off of this game to a certain extent, but perhaps, they can make this one a little bit respectable, pick up 6, 7, 8 rounds, and then go into the next matchup they have in the lower bracket, as you mentioned, and be a little bit more comfortable. If you get 16-0, 16-1, you can't feel too confident going into your next matchup.
Yeah, definitely not. As they did have enough money to buy an op here, some AKs, and see if they can do a little bit of damage as we head into this 11th round. 10-0 your scoreline, as they're not looking very confident here. Sideways is going to find a kill into Grumpy Kitten, and just like that, they're starting a man down already here going into this 11th round.
You're not looking a lot of things, to be honest, and confident certainly one of them, comfortable another, and like they're really going to win the round is the last. Is Off in the Woods, you can tell Off in the Woods know that they feel like they're the better team at the very least. 10-0 up, they're getting comfortable. Blur pushed all the way down Banana, and he did actually get punished for that. Sometimes that can be the situation that really does come back to hurt you. You get overconfident, you start messing around, and all of a sudden X35 come back into the game. That's still a ways away, but a 4v4 here, and attacking the weaker bomb site. If Sideways goes down, it could be huge. He will. 3v3 now on to MCN to try and hold on.
Yeah, and as you can see, there's only one player for Off in the Woods on the A-bomb side, and they're not even really checking in the pit. And he's just chilling in there. He's going to find a kill. Bomb is going to go down, but it's down to a 3-on-2 with Jat and Zulan already moving their way from the B-bomb side. So Jat finding the kill. It's all up to Devil's Imp. He's going to get flanked by Zulan, and it's going to be another round here for Off in the Woods.
That was a round that really X35 should have been winning given the situation they were in. They had good positioning for their players. They just couldn't take down the frags. Their MCN surviving in pit with 10 health. Jat getting himself the kill on the player in library as well. Very nice shot from Jat. Can't really blame x35 for that one if you caught it. Jat with great awareness, turning and hitting a double dink onto the Opera in library. So off in the woods, you know, they have played pretty aggressive and they've had a couple of missed shots, but when things get down to the wire and the round is nearly lost, they really do hit some nice ones.
Heading into this 12th round, 11-0 your score line, as Zulon's going to open things up pretty early with a nice op kill into Webby. As the bomb is Devil's Imp seems to be the man that always has the bomb here. As again, Grumpy Kitten's going to be in banana, just trying to find out some information. Jet and trying to throw some smokes and stuff out his way. Sideways going to find a kill into Zynex, just like that. 5-on-3 situation already. X35 starting down, you know, pretty low here on teammates up.
Well, Zulon with the peaks down mid has been stellar. And X35 still no answer. Jat this time getting boosted up to find another. X35 just getting picked apart. There's even more damage done to Devil's Imp as well. X35 can't get much done here.
And another pick coming in for Sideways, and just like that's just down to Mass. He is going to find a kill into Sideways, though, do a little bit of economic damage to Off in the Woods, but they're stacked with money right now, so it really doesn't matter. He's going to rush down mid, get picked off by Zulon, and that's going to be a 12th round for Off in the Woods. Really quick, again, guys, we are doing some giveaways, so follow on Twitter, twitter.com/join LANFest. We have a couple of giveaways right now up. Yeah, I see a mouse up there, a mouse pad, a couple of awesome prizes there. So head over to the Twitter, possibly win yourself some cool prizes, and throughout the day we'll be doing some giveaways, I believe, throughout the day. So Zulon opened things up, as well as Jack getting some kills for Off in the Woods, and already 5-on-3 situation for X35.
You know, when I see X35, it reminds me of X6, Check 6, the legendary CS organization.
Check 6, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, that is a very, very well-known. Well, I suppose if you were around back in the day.
Yeah, you have to be kind of old school to know the name that.
But yeah, it just reminds me of X3 or X6. I believe it was dash X6 dash was their tag or something like that. And X35, not quite X6, but they might be getting their first round here. As I say that, Jat finishes it off. I thought Kitten may have had a chance. Unfortunately not, as 13 is now picked off. 13
rounds in a row here is not looking good for X35. But we just have to remember that this is for charity. You know, these teams are here playing because they want to help out with a charitable cause. So we thank everybody that is participating in this tournament, and all you viewers out there. Again, if you want to get involved and help out fighting COVID-19, you click on the button down below the stream to donate. We have a $5,000 goal, and we hope to hit that with your help. 50% going to Vanderbilt University, helping find a vaccine and more information on COVID-19 or the coronavirus, and the other 50% going to the winner of the tournament's charity of choice. So pretty awesome event. We want to thank all the teams who have decided to play, for sure. And Vu, thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate you, sacrificing some time to cast this with us.
Yeah, I'm happy to help out. And I mean, speaking of charity, maybe Off in the Woods can donate a round over to X35 and make them feel good.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, that'd be very charitable to Off in the Woods. Just give them a round or two here, as they're sending up for what looks to be a B push, but Blur is going to shut that down pretty fast here, opening up a kill into Mass, as the rest of the X35 team is going to be moving over, as Blur is going to find yet another kill. So 5-on-3 here, not looking good for X35, as the rotation from Zulon is happening, and they're just not. They had the opportunity to push in with that smoke, blocking off CT Swan, but I mean, Jet is going to mow down Webby. It's down to a 5-on-2 now.
5-on-2, 5-on-1, 4-on-1 that is, and should be a 4-on-0 momentarily, although Grumpy Kitten gifted a frag on a sideways there. Sideways running in front of him with a nade out. However, won't really make a difference as there's no time left on the clock, and Off in the Woods not feeling charitable today, 14-0.
No charity in their blood today for this team for X35. That is not being gifted a singular round. These poor guys, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe, like I said, maybe we're gonna see the greatest comeback in charity CSGO tournament history here today from X35 once they switch over to CT.
I'm not saying it's impossible, just improbable.
True. And they actually left bomb back in spawn, so they had to run back and get that. And they're kind of spread out here throughout the map, as Webby is going to find a kill, and this is going to be an opportunity here. Zulon's already rotated, and MCN's over rotating as well, leaving Sideways the only person on A, but they're going to commit, it looks like, to the B bomb site, but they're not pushing up here. They have the opportunity to get in, and Zulon's going to come in. MCN finding a kill as well, and they are dropping like flies as Off the Woods is coming, and it's just wreaking havoc on this X35 team, and it's down to a 4-on-2.
4v2 and X35. They got the entry, they had the opportunity, but they couldn't get into the bomb site. Grumpy Kitten does make some waves though, give them a chance, brings it into the 2v3, and the bomb will be planted off the back of that. This is the first bomb plant we've seen in a few rounds now. Devil's Imp and Grumpy Kitten in perfect after plants as well, just onto them now to land the shots. And they've struggled to be landing shots in this game. There's one by Grumpy Kitten, bringing it back into the 2v2, but the crouch peek from Devils gets himself killed. Grumpy Kitten, he'll finish it off though. Grumpy Kitten finally puts his team onto the board with a 4K. That Devils gets himself killed. Grumpy Kitten, he'll finish it off
finally,
though.
Finally a round for X35 as Grumpy Kitten doing work with that op and finding the first round for X35. So we're gonna switch sides here, and hopefully, like I said, you know, what if Vu, we see the greatest comeback in charity CSGO tournament history?
I'm thinking maybe some CSGO experts can look into it, but I've heard about, you know, UV rays through the skin, you know, could certainly help deal with this type of deficit. You know, I'm not sure.
UV rays through the skin?
If you could somehow get some UV rays like through the skin, or, you know, disinfectant, I've heard internally it can just clean, you know, this type of scoreline out.
I'm just gonna leave you with that one. I'm gonna leave you with that one.
You know,
that's all you do.
If you've seen the UV rays, they just kill this type of scoreline, just like that, like 20 minutes.
I'm gonna let you bask in this real quick.
99% just done, dude. You know, it's, disinfectant.
Oh man. 16th
Listen,
round.
I'm being sarcastic here, okay?
16th round. 14-1 your scoreline. As X35 looking for a good pistol round here to open things up. Off in the Woods, they're going to be rushing the A bomb site, as we're going to have 3 members of X35. Blur's going to open things up, and the rotation is on for X35 to come to the... Oh, they're actually going to go through CT spawn here. And they're going to pick up a kill.
They're running into some CTs and running them over as well, as it's left on the Devil's Imp and Webby. So perhaps the one frag... Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, never mind. I don't know what that was.
That's okay. This is Webby and Devil Imp. The Devil's Imp, they're going to come in. They're going to land some headshots here. 2-on-3 situation. Bomb is going to be planted on the B bomb site, and Imp is hurt. Devil's Imp is hurt down to 22, but some members of Off in the Woods are hurting a little bit as well. But Jet is going to find the sneaky kill onto Devil's Imp, just leaving the Webby the only man standing here, and he's going to get dropped pretty quickly from sideways, and that's going to be a 15th round for Off in the Woods. Match point here, Vu. That's okay. This is
going to be
Webby and Devil.
Don't hear this very often. 14 of those. So, you know, it's a rough one, and we have only 1 MP9 out of 4 SMGs. Really bothers me.
You're gonna have to talk to them after this match, Vu. Let them know what's up.
Really, you know, I've had some discussions with. I was having a discussion with John G from Bad News Bears on Twitter, and he was saying, I feel like the has some use. He was he was given some ground, but he wasn't really buying it. And then Crashies, who's now a Valorant professional, was on his team at the time, goes, no, he's right. He's trying to get the most overpowered gun nerfed, and I'm like, yes, I appreciate that, Crashies.
Some would say though, you can't trump the up, my man.
Oh my!
You can't trump the up. And even
just because it rhymes doesn't make it right.
You can't trump the up, my man. 17th round here. Players are dropping like 5s down to a 3-on-3, or excuse me, a 3-on-2 now, as Jet will find a kill. And maybe this is going to be a second round for X35. Maybe we're going to see this comeback, but no, MCN is going to find Zionics and down to a 2-on-2 now.
Caster Curse, you've done it.
Caster Curse.
Not only are they going to bring it into the 2v2, but off in the woods, they're going to be going in the correct direction, the weaker of the bomb sites. And by weaker, I mean the empty of the bomb sites. As they make their way over to B, the rotate will be coming in. Devil's Emp is trying to make his way over, but too little too late. And he gives his presence away. Now they know he's in CT. They know the site should be mostly clear, and it'll simply be an after plan.
Retake situation here for X35, and they need this to stay alive, or at least not get knocked down to the losers bracket, as Grumpy Kitten's going to be coming up banana. MCN's going to find the kill into Devil's Imp, just leaving Grumpy Kitten on a retake situation. 1v2. Can he do it? Can he save this round, end this match for X35?
Grumpy Kitten really has looked like the best player from the side of X35, but unfortunately going to socially distance his crosshair from MCN's face and get himself taken down 16-1 for the first game of the day, at least the first game that we're broadcasting today.
16-1, not the scoreline that X35 wanted, but they will have another chance to move on in the losers bracket. Just gotta win those games, double elimination. So awesome first match here. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the COVID-19 CSGO Charity Tournament benefiting Vanderbilt University and a charity of the winner's choice. 100% of the proceeds will go to charity. So click that donate button down below if you would like to chip in and help out if you can to fight the help with research onto COVID-19, the coronavirus with the vaccine. Again, giveaways. We have some giveaways on the twitter.com/join LANFest. And we'll want to thank our sponsors real quick. First place is a Super Micro motherboard. So shout out to Super Micro. And second place is a Viper Gaming headset, the V360. So shout out to Viper Gaming as well for their sponsorship here and some donating some awesome prizes to these for the first and second place. Also shout out to HyperX, Zalman, Lexar, Intel, and View Sonic. And again, this tournament is brought to you by LANFest, LAN All Night, and Edge Gamers. And look at that, $330 raised already in the first match for charity. So thank you to everybody who is chipping in. $5,000 goal. I think we can hit it. I personally think we can hit it. So yeah, we're gonna go to a quick break. Make sure you follow Vu as well at Vu CSGO on Twitter and throughout all of his social media platforms, I believe, and on YouTube. So let's jump to a quick break. We'll hop into another match ASAP, and we'll be back here on LANFest Twitch. Yeah, be back.
Introducing the latest line of Superro products, the C9 Z390 series motherboards. Using the latest Intel Z390 chipset and Core i9 CPUs, the bar has been set higher than ever before. We have included 4 models for this chipset alone, packed with features such as networking options up to 10 gigabit LAN for huge data throughup, M.2 and U.2 options to maximize storage performance, up to 4 PCI Express 3.0 by 16 slots, and our latest Super O armor, keeping your most vital components secured with increased retention, ensuring your precious investment from warping. When it comes to superior quality, Supermicro has been no stranger in the enterprise market, but when using the same cutting-edge components on our gaming motherboards, there is nothing else like it anywhere. For more information on these products, be sure to check out supero.com. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are ready for this this next match to take place here. As yeah, it's gonna go restart on 10 here. So it's gonna be solely come back, which is looks like a bunch of people from Edge Gamers. So shout out to them, and then KZ. So we'll do a roster rundown real quick as we get started with the pistol round. Over on Sully, we're gonna have Squirrel, Duck, Crane, Marco the Potato, and Rise. And for KZ, we have Jake, Zach, Fustin, Twist, and Sauced.
You know, they've got some of the most interesting profile pictures I've seen in a while.
You know, yes, they do.
I'm really liking Fustin's profile picture. It's a pretty good one. I'm digging Crane's profile picture. 100 Thieves. It's a pretty good logo.
I'm trying to figure out what their
I think it's because they had no knife round for suds.
I believe they did on the
Dust 2?
Yeah. Nevertheless, we'll just do a quick rundown here of everything again. This is a charity tournament for COVID-19. So if you're just joining us, make sure if you have the ability to click the donate button, and all 100% of proceeds will go to charity. 50% will go to Vanderbilt University for researching the vaccine and more information on COVID-19 or coronavirus. And the other 50% will go to a charity of the winner's choice, 50% as well. So pretty awesome charitable event we're having here, I'd say. So I have no idea what's going on here, and I'm assuming the admins are kind of figuring things out.
As an aside, guys, you should contact and keep in contact with your parents and your grandparents. I know my mom has a autoimmune problem. She's on certain medication that basically means if she gets sick, she is probably not surviving it. So she has been basically stuck indoors for the last couple of months, literally not leaving the house ever. I think that's true of a lot of people's parents and grandparents. So give them a call, tell them you care, give them someone to talk to if they're stuck indoors trying not to die, and let them know that you care about your family.
No, that's actually a pretty valid point. Most of anybody who are above a certain age or have any type of pre-existing health conditions can't exactly leave the house, and so check in on your family. Your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, everybody that's affected by this thing. Practice social distancing and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's not necessarily just the people that are getting sick that are affected. I think people stuck indoors for months in a row definitely aren't enjoying their lives right now.
Okay, so as we figure this out, let's cut to an intermission here. And so I think I need to go snap some heads here. So we'll be right back. We'll get this underway ASAP. All right, guys, stay tuned. And just like that, I had to go snap some necks, and we're live back. Yeah, just like that, easy peasy. On this this first pistol round, as minute 30 seconds on the clock, bomb is going to be in the hands of Twist. So this looks like they're setting up for what looks to be an 8-take. KZ is going to open everything up here. Fustin finding in the open kill into Rise, and they are quickly executing onto the bomb sites. Crane is going to find a headshot into Fustin. The rotation from Marco is on, and Sully is holding this down pretty sufficiently, down to a 3-on-1, as Duck with 1 HP right now. Jake, your LMS for KZ, and he will drop by Marco. and that's going to be a round for Sully Comeback.
You know, KZ is the team named after a movement mode, but Duck was the one KZing around in pit. 1 health off the bat. At the very beginning of that round, they went into apartments, KZ did, and ran into Sully Comeback with 2 players in there. They killed one, dinked the other. Duck got himself back into the back of pit and played the bait to the switch from Sully Comeback, doubled up in Moto, and just absolutely obliterated KZ trying to head their way into the site. And Duck got 1 kill for himself, but really surviving is what won them that round, where KZ really should have been cleaning it up by all intents and purposes. And that leaves Sully Comeback with the first round onto the board and a pretty comfortable spot here.
1 minute 20 seconds on the clock. 1-0 your score line, as KZ already hurting here. Jake down to 57 HP. Fustin with 35. KZ Jake with the Deagle. See if he can land some headshots here. They're setting up for what looks to be an A take here. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Zach as they are slowly starting to push out. Squirrel's going to find an opening kill here, and they are dropping like flies. 5 kills pretty much within 2 seconds here as Rise finds a 3-piece. And yeah, that's going to be another round for Sully.
Picking up any round with 5 alive is absolutely massive for the economy on either side. On T side, you can start really running away with it if you pick up rounds with 5 alive. On CT side, it's almost just a bit of a cushion, a very light cushion when you can pick up a round like that, where you start to build a little bit for yourselves, where, you know, if you were to have a round where you only have 2 players alive, you really lose money for the most part. And as they make their way quickly up Banana, KZ is getting themselves into a precarious situation that Crane will push them out of with a 4K, and Sully Comeback again 5 alive.
So an easy round for Sully, 3-0, and now we're gonna have a buy round coming out from KZ, a couple of AKs and an op here in the hands of Zach. So let's see in the gun round if they're gonna be able to string around here, as Sully Comeback not opting to upgrade their weaponry, and you know, not really a reason to. Those weapons will do just about a pretty decent damage here, as they're gonna smoke upper Banana, forcing Sully, the 2 Sully players, to kind of push back onto bomb site here, as KZ will start to push down Banana and clearing some corners here, hopefully trying to take control of this of Banana to make a B hit.
Yeah, the question is always kind of meta game situation where you have SMG, so you want to get close down, push down Banana, push down mid, but you know that the T's know that. So do you do it, or do you play back and try and play onto the bomb sites? And Sully Comeback has opted into the more passive of the options there, playing back on the bomb sites and allowing KZ to get full Banana control. And that doesn't always bode all that well. However, if KZ want to go for an execute, they will close the distance, and Sully Comeback can use these SMGs to their greatest effect.
So Squirrel from Sully Comeback will start to rotate towards B, and KZ will start to actually make their way back towards A. Only 2 members of Sully Comeback on the A bomb site, so KZ need to take advantage of this right now, as Squirrel has made his way fully onto the B bomb site. KZ pushing out now. They're going to find an opening kill into Rise, and this is going to trigger the rotation for Sully Comeback. It's just Duck all alone in pit against 5 members of Sully Comeback. Lots of smokes here being used by KZ to block off the rotation here. And this is huge. Duck finding 1, finding 2, finding 3 kills. What a huge hold by him. And it's just Jake now, your LMS for KZ. 3 seconds left. That was a masterful hold by Duck.
Duck, he did it on pistol round. He does it again on the first gun round, and that was beautiful. You call it masterful.
Used by
that
KZ
was
to block
a
off the rotation here.
The second
And
shot
this is
there,
huge. Duck
I'm not
finding
even sure
1,
he saw him.
finding
He
2,
just
fights.
tapped him. He tapped away, took down the head of the opper through the corner of the cart, and that's 4 on the board for Sully, and that's the round that KZ desperately needed. You know, you need that round just to prevent the situation here. Look at the money for Sully Comeback. They've got Crane up over 7K. They've got Marco the Potato on 8. They are sitting pretty, and KZ, now onus is on them. They bought back into this one. They need this one more than ever.
Yeah, definitely. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Fustin here. They're going to push through smoke, find a kill, into Marco Potato. It's just going to leave Crane alone on the B bomb site, triggering the rotation for Sully to come and help out. But Zach is a lurker behind them. He's going to find a kill on the right. That is absolutely huge. And they're going to take control of the of the B bomb site, KZ that is. They're going to get the bomb plant. It's going to be a 3-on-2 situation. Ob is going to be in the hands of Squirrel as he's trying to find a pick through CT onto the bomb site. But they're already going to be set up for defensive positions here. It's going to be on the retake of Sully to try to find a round here.
Does Molly Austin out of position, but he can't quite take him down as he moves across. M4 spray down desperately, hoping for a connection, but unfortunately no connection until Jake misses some shots of his own. This is a whiff fiesta right now, as shots missed back to back leave Duck into the 1v2, and he can pick up some kills, but no round to be found. KZ will get themselves onto the board, and you know, by nature of a little bit of KZ, if we looked at that B bomb site to take, Jake did YOLO his way over the boxes to one-way that smoke and grab himself the entry into the bomb site, and the round there for KZ. And little known fact, KZ stands for Creed's Climbing. That's what a KZ map is.
KZ map, yeah. Played on quite a few of those KZ
I've never
maps.
heard what it was actually called though. KZ, Creed's Climbing.
Creed's Climbing. Oh wow, already opening up into the 6th round here as Rise will find Zach, but KZ answering right back, finding 2 kills of their own, down to a 4-on-3 situation. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Jake, who will be going towards the A bomb site here, and Duck is going to be down at pit. He is not going to find a kill. He tried to, and he was close, but KZ will find control of this bomb site. 3-on-2 now as Crane and Marco will try to take this back and get the defuse.
This is really a save situation. Although, you know, 2v3, you feel pressured to go for this type of one. They shouldn't be winning this one ever. And if they save here, they have plenty of money to buy into the following round. If they lose both of these guns, they don't have much to buy at all. And, well, Crane will survive. I think that is enough to go for a buy into the following round. And if we remember back to that take by KZ, just speed of attack there. Just pressuring very quickly into that A bomb site, and they've struggled to take down Duck in the past. This time around, Duck, I think what happened was Duck thought he got a kill and he tried to trade his M4 for an AK, ended up getting himself killed there because the guy he was shooting at wasn't actually dead,
which was absolutely huge. And I mean, I've personally made that mistake. You stop shooting, you think you get the kill, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh well, that guy's still alive, and then unfortunately you drop that you drop your life there, and then your team's down a player.
I'll give him a break here, and I'll say that, you know, he should have done more than 50 damage. I'll admit, like, maybe there was one bullet that kind of just didn't register there. Sometimes you have that happen where you shoot someone, you know how many bullets it takes to kill someone, and you shoot him a few times and you go, he's dead, but he's not dead because one of those the game just decided bye-bye.
Man, it's all about the reg.
Listen, people complain about red and try and pretend it doesn't exist. I have definitive de facto evidence that it does happen. I had an op shot in a match go straight through someone. We're both standing still, goes straight through him, and the game registers a bullet in the wall behind him. You know, I've got proof, all right? It exists. And I think
100%
Duck has proof now too.
Well, there you go. For 4-2 is your score line. Fust and finding the kill. It's down to a 5-on-3 now. Bomb is going to be planted here shortly on the A bomb site, as it's now a retake situation for Sully. But with the weapons they have, you may want to just save that off. Nope, he's going to drop it as Fustin and Jake will find kills, and Skrull will drop soon after. So, you know, KZ stringing some rounds here, and it's going to be 4-3 your score line.
Rise complaining that Jake is teleporting everywhere. Buddy, that's just KZ movement, dude. That's just KZ movement.
I mean, that's just skill, if anything, you know? Which I don't know why he would be teleporting. I mean, the pings are all relatively the same, 20s to 60 here, so.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. And what's weird as well is the double off again. You know, we saw it in the last matchup. We see it here as well. And this time the Pistols trying to face off against the double op. They do pick up one kill. Both ops still remain on the board, though. and they try to make their way quickly up alt middle. Sully with no responses. All three members are over on the banana side, and this should be a free A bomb site for KZ, and it should just be Sully trying to get some consolation frags, trying to get some economic damage, maybe pick up some guns. But actually, if Sauce dies here, this is not unwinnable. Sauce, though, going to be hitting them with the Sauce to the dome. Down goes Crane, and just a trade back, still an advantage for KZ as the bomb gets planted.
And Jake will find the kill in the rise with that op. Squirrel's pushing down. He should probably try to save that AK, but he wants to maybe pick up that off from Jake. As it's going to be another round for KZ here, tying it up all 4-4, and we'll see what Sully can do here. They're losing some rounds back to back, and they're finally going to be able to buy up. It looks like pretty efficiently. So we're going to have to see what Sully can do to try to turn this around. They had a strong opening, but these past couple rounds, KZ has come out swinging.
When you're looking at facing off against the double op, oftentimes the struggle is the first round when you see the double op, because that's when you usually see it by the time you've already been punished by it. You see it and you've already lost a player or two. But now we know Sully comeback, they should be aware that there's a double op on the board, and they should be able to try to play against that and try to counter it. And we'll see if they can do so successfully and deal with what is a pretty gimmicky setup, especially on T side of Inferno, a map where teams often run 5 rifles, let alone 2 ops.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. If you have a round where you're aware that a double op setup is there, you're going to have time to adjust for the coming rounds here. So we're going to have to see if Sully takes into consideration that, as it looks like they're trying to set up for what looks to be a B take, as you have Marco and Crane for Sully defending the bomb site, and Sauced over on A. Hopefully we'll try to make some noise here, or at least look for some rotations, as Squirrel will start to make his way over. KZ really need to take this opportunity to push on the bomb site before Squirrel is able to make the rotation. But actually, if you look, Sauce is going to be pushing in behind Squirrel. This is going to be huge because Rise and Duck are not on the rotation yet, but now they are. Twist will find a kill. Crane answering back, down to a 3-on-4 now. They will have possession of the B bomb site, as Sauce will be waiting on the other end in CT, and they're going to trade out here. So down to a 3-on-2. Make that a 3-on-1 now. Squirrel, the last man standing for Sully as the bomb is taken away.
Unfortunately, if you're looking at how to deal with a double op, that ain't it, Chief. As unfortunately, you had Marco the Potato, 30 seconds left, and he was up on that ledge. Not a bad spot to be. Unfortunately, though, he had a smoke in his inventory. And I think that round looks a whole lot different if he drops down, tosses that smoke on the ground, and plays on the other side of it, because the ops simply cannot commit through a smoke the same way rifles can. He very easily could have turned that round in his favor just off of that. Instead, tried to stay up top, hold on to the smoke. Can't really blame him. That is a play that, you want to do sometimes. Just this time around didn't work out, and that means KZ have taken their first lead of the game. 5-4 in the lead, and pistols in the hands of Sully, but 5 players kind of around this A bomb site trying to hold on.
Yep, and they're going to be trying to get some opening kills here. It's a 5 deagles for Sully, and they're dropping some players are doing some damage to the KZ squad. They've actually got it down to a 2-on-1 now. Jake is going to be your last man standing for KZ against Sully and Squirrel. Sully able, Crane and Squirrel. Crane able to find an AK here as Jake is creeping us around. He's going to face Squirrel right now. Let's see if they can trade, find a kill. No, Squirrel with that deagle will end Jake, and that's going to be a round for Sully. And they're tying it all back up. This is actually turning out to be a pretty good match here, Vu.
And that round came down quite a bit, I think, to the deagle body shot spam. That is something people have complained about for quite a while, and that last kill there certainly was that. You crouch down, you spam that deag to the body, and you're going to shoot them. You're going to kill them in 2 bullets if you're close enough, or 3 if you're a little bit further back. No headshot required, and that leaves us at 5 apiece. Sully comeback, this is still a CT-sided map, at the very least at this level. and you're looking for Sully comeback to probably have about a 9-6 scoreline, if at all possible. So this is a pretty big round for them to prevent KZ from just breaking their economy immediately off the back of that pistol. And Jake, you can see the confidence he's playing with already all the way up in apartments, going for aim duels if he can find them, and none to be found quite yet. Team stacking up, ready to execute. Sully may not be quite prepared for it.
Yeah, Doug is actually going to smoke the doorway there into pit, and Marco is actually going to turn around and find Jake, who was pushing through that smoke. So that's going to be a huge kill for Sully, and they're going to find Sauce as well already, and Twist dropping like flies here for KZ. And right now, down to a 4-on-2. This round has fell apart for KZ.
Marco, certainly one of the players that struggled to a certain extent on prior A hits. It was Duck that bailed Sully comeback out a couple of times, but this time around, it's Marco the Potato. Gets the frags, the meat and the potatoes of it. Puts his team in a very winning spot and should be closed out here off that kill from Crane as well. The rotate is here. Fustin trying to push his way desperately onto the bomb site, but with 10 seconds to work with, he's got no time to spare. And KZ, they took the lead for a moment, but brought right back into the favor of Sully comeback, 6-5.
Gonna take this opportunity again to just mention that this is a charity tournament. So if you would like to donate, scroll down below the video, click the donate button. All proceeds will go 100% to charity. 50% to that's okay, so Squirrel, it looks like a player had to disconnect due to an audio issue. So
we've also got Rise with 161 ping.
Maybe that's why he was teleporting all around, right?
Well, they said it was Jake that was teleporting, which makes it weird that Rise has 161 ping. I think that's just a ping spike. I don't think he's had that the whole time.
So, like I said, yeah, we'll get that situation. We'll get the player back in, and we'll continue. So, an opportunity to, click that donate button if you have the chance to, or the means to. All 100%.
Jake does have a ping spike as well, by the way. But as you mentioned, great time to donate. Hit up the charities, support a good cause. And, you can donate a sub over to youtube.com/VooCSGO too if you want. You can donate a Twitch Prime sub to the Twitch channel LANFest as well.
Farming the Twitch Primes. I don't blame you. Those Twitch Primes, man, they help out a lot. Shout out to Legend, Edge Gamers, CEO Legend, who is our producer today, controlling the stream. Producer extraordinaire. He's been with me, my partner in crime for 5-6 years now, so always making the strum look very good for everybody. But yeah, so just really quick, thank you to our sponsors while we wait here. Super Micro for donating the prizes here for first place, Viper Gaming for the second place prizes, and of course HyperX, Zalman, Lexar, Intel, and ViewSonic. And again, go click over on Twitter. Check out twitter.com/join LANFest, as we have a couple giveaways up right now. So you have a chance to win some prizes just by watching.
Legend is actually it would be awkward if that was this Legend. He was a player on Team Dynamic, the best source team in North America for many years running. He was one of the first players to leave that team, but that's where I know the name Legend from. I get the feeling it's not.
Yeah, no, Legend definitely a amazing esports player for sure. Yeah, definitely. But yes, and then make sure you guys check out the Discord, discord.gg/LANFest, and check out Edge Gamers, edge-gamers.com. Great community, tons of servers in TF2, CSGO, GTA. It's a fantastic community, so make sure you check out edge-gamers.com. And if you're a person who loves LANs, which right now, social distancing, stay at home, can't really LAN it up, but after this is all over and past, we want to throw some LANs. Check out LANFest.com and find a chapter near you for me would be LAN All Night in Dallas, Texas. So, yeah. As we head into this 12th round, 6-5 your score line. And KZ is going to be on a Rec 9 save round.
Tech 9, definitely a gun that is a lot more popular as of recent. They've kind of returned it to the FNAF Tech 9 caliber, as now you can just run around and spam this gun the way you used to be able to when it had a 32 bullet magazine.
It's basically a handheld AK, you know?
Yeah, I mean, pistols have always been very strong, and this waterfall play out of apartments has always been a very favorable one to the pistols as well. Looking to make their way out is KZ. Marco going to be turning his way back around to try to support his teammate, but he gets flanked himself. Duck can't find a single one. That A bomb site blown wide open, only Squirrel to defend, and he can't do much of anything.
Yeah, absolutely destroying Sully. Is KZ with those pistols, and they're going to find weapons, they're going to plant the bomb, and now it's going to be a 2-on-4 situation. A couple of members of KZ are hurting. Zach with 27 HP. So this could be an opportunity for Sully to take it, but no. Crane is just going to back off. Ryzen's going to find a kill, though, and it looks like he's going to find exits right now. And Sully's going to save this, but that's going to be a tying round here for KZ. Water falling out into pit, finding the kills, and they're just going to blow that bomb site right open. That's going to find them around and some weapons.
Yeah, credit to KZ. You know, sometimes that waterfall really is about catching your opponents off guard, catching the timing, and they did find the timing. However, they had the exact right timing where they started putting pressure out apartments, and then they had the player flank up truck. So Marco, who was watching truck, spun around to try and make sure he wasn't flanked by a player dropping directly towards the bomb site. And as he turned back around, the Tech 9 to the dome took his life away and took the round down for KZ, as we've got, again, tie game, 6 apiece. And as I mentioned, you're thinking for this map, more of a 9-6 CT-sided scoreline. So Sully comeback certainly hoping they can turn this one back into their favor immediately.
6-6, all tied up here. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Zach, as they are just waiting for some smoke to dissipate in mid. You're going to have 3 defending on the A bomb site here: Squirrel, Marco, and Duck. And as we check the scoreboard really quick, Crane over on Sully is going to be your top fragger, and Jake for KZ with 13 kills as well. You know, Duck had those few huge rounds, but he's sitting at the bottom of the scoreboard there with 7 kills, which is kind of surprising. I figured with the huge rounds he had, he would be a top fragger.
Well, I mean, pistol round was big on him, but he did only find 1 kill. It's the impact that mattered there, and the impact of this one is Squirrel finds the entry. KZ trying to make their way up truck side. Duck going to be mollied out of position, needs to try to survive, and he can't survive for long enough to be the bait to the switch, but his team can't survive at all. Duck only to find 1 into the 2v2 now as the bomb gets planted, and Sully comeback yet again, going to have to come back into the bomb site with a retake.
Crane is still up for them, so their top fragger is still hopefully able to do some damage here. He is going to have an op in hand versus Fustin and Sauce. The bomb is just ticking away here. They're going to have to push in on site, but no, it's going to be re-smoked here. They're going to do a pop flash, which fails. They're going to push through, find 1 kill, but immediately be dropped by Sauce. And that's going to be a 7th round for KZ. It's going to be re-smoked here. They're going to push in on site, but no, it's going to be re-smoked here. They're going to do a pop flash, which fails. They're going to push through,
not necessarily
find 1 kill, but
they're delaying a little bit. But when they pop out with numbers. They pop out quickly, and they trade out onto the bomb site. Sully come back, simply do not have a response, and KZ, if they pick up this one, it should be a 9-6 half for them, because Sully Comeback have no money in the bank to work with.
As KZ starts to make this 14th round, pushing up, Banana Bomb is going to be in the hands of Sauce. It's going to be a 2-3 split for Sully, as Scrolling Crane kind of over by Arches here. I'm kind of wondering, yep, there they go. They're going to start to rotate around here, as KZ will try to start pushing now, but nice defensive smokes coming in for Sully, allowing the rotation to occur. He gets more players over for them. Twist is going to push through smoke while his team stands back, and Rise is going to find 2 kills through smoke, making it a 5-on-3 now. as Squirrel actually a 4-on-3 as Squirrel drops in flames. And now KZ will slowly start to back out of the B, out of banana. And now we're going to have 2 players on B and 2 players on A defending for Sully.
Now, the play from Rise is what I was really hoping from Sully when they knew KZ was on that double op. He plays on the other side of the smoke, and as KZ try to force their way through, he's just there, gun in hand, ready and waiting, mows them down, and forces them off to the other side. This time around, of course, he does do that, works out very well, leaves KZ in the man disadvantage, and forces them very quickly onto the A bomb site where 2 members of Sully do reside.
Doug is already rotating over, but he's going to get dropped by Sauce now. Rise still on the B bomb site will start to make his way over. Well, Crane will find a kill, but it is all down to Sauce here. 2v1. Bomb is going to be in, actually down over. Yeah, no time. So maybe find a kill here, or he's just going to go hide. Unless Rise or Crane come behind him, but no, he's going to be able to save that AK. So a round for Sully. And it's once again all tied up here, 7-7 heading into the 15th round.
What's interesting there is that I think Sauce really didn't think that round was winnable. That's why he didn't go for it. However, if he had just quickly wrapped towards the bomb site, Crane was kind of sitting in the middle of the open there in the 2v1 for a moment. There would have been an inkling of hope had he gone for it immediately. Instead, not thinking that type of thing would happen, gives the round, seeds it over to the side of Sully, and we have tie game yet again. And Sully, a bit gimmicky here, trying to play up in apartments. They haven't done this before.
As early kill come now here from Squirrel, spamming the head of Jake, so it's down to a 4-on-4 now, as Fustin with that Rec 9 will find Marco Potato. Bomb is going to be in the hands of Zach as they start to push out onto the A bomb site. Duck will have to make the long rotation over as Rise is smoked out here. He's not going to be wanting to push that. Scroll will be up in apps, and Crane will be in pit, as they still have not pushed down onto this bomb site. I'm kind of wondering what they're waiting for here. They don't want the other team to rotate. Crane's going to find the op kill into Zach. Twist answering right back. 3-on-2 situation, or excuse me, 3-on-3, as Twist has 9 HP.
Twist, he was staring at Squirrel. Squirrel will take him down for the disrespect, and that leaves us in a 2v2 with the flank already coming out. Saucy's fully committed, staring at Pit, and Rise will be here with the backstab, leaves it all on a Fust in the 1v2. He knows where both players are, but these shots are going to have to be as crisp as can be, and the first one is not. Crane with the turning op shot gives his team the lead into the second half.
So every round here, it seems like they're just answering back, and that's going to be half right now. 8-7 your score line, as we are going to switch sides. And again, we just want to shout out everybody that's tuned in, and all the teams who are participating in this charitable tournament for fight COVID-19. You know, they didn't have to wake up this early and play Counter-Strike in the tournament, but they did, and we appreciate every single one of them. So, and again, click that donate button. So all the funds, 100% of charitable, or all funds raised will go to charity, fighting COVID-19, or helping impact some way or another the effects of COVID-19, aka coronavirus. Make sure you follow Vu CSGO on social media, and I believe it's on Twitch as well, right, Vu?
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, all of it.
I was gonna make a joke there, but it's probably distasteful. And follow me, Aaron on air, or at Superbig on Twitter, as we wait for this half to hurry up and get underway. 8-7, as Sully is now on T.
And I want to harken back to the last round of that half there. And what we saw, I'm not sure the camera operator caught it because it was such a weird situation. Twist was outside of library staring at, I believe it was Crane up on balcony. And he was trying to line up the shot, make sure he could try and get 2 kills quickly, but then he whiffed it. He just whiffed 3-4 AK shots. The player on balcony went into apartments to get away, get safe, and unfortunately, that really cost him the round there.
As it looks like we're paused right now. Look at that, $385 raised so far. I think we have a goal of 5,000, guys, and we really would like to hit it. So, you know what? Wake up all your friends, wake up your family, wake up your dogs and cat, tell them to tune in. And if they can, click that donate button. We'd really like to hit the goal of 5,000. So yeah, let's wake up everybody. You go scream out in your neighborhood, like, hey, go tune in to LANFest. They're doing this charity tournament. We need to raise money. We need to help fund a vaccine for COVID and all that good stuff. So make sure to even your dogs and cats, just put them in front of the TV. I'm sure they'll understand. As we head into the 16th round, 8-7 your score line. The bomb is going to be in the hands of Crane, and we're going to have to see what Sully can do on the T side.
Well, what KZ can do on the CT side is go down a man immediately off the jump and give themselves a 4v5 to play out from. They were going for the triple up on B. Unfortunately, Sully, they were making their way very quickly up alt middle. Question is what they do from here. If they continue into the A bomb site, this is a heavily defended bomb site now. 4 players here for KZ.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how they over-rotated here, and it's working out in favor for them, but they are going to get the bomb plant, actually. It's going to be a 4-on-3, 4-on-2, 3-on-2, as kills are trading back and forth, but the man advantage is going to be for Sully as the bomb is taken away. You got Fustin and Sauced up for KZ as they're going to start to slowly push in. Sully will Glock burst Fustin in the face, as that's a little bit of a tongue twister there. Sully Duck will find the last kill, and that's going to be a pistol round for Sully.
Yeah, that was a tough situation for KZ to be in. A bomb site, one of the harder of the bomb sites to actually retake on any map. Just so many crossfires to catch yourself in. Very easily taken down by Sully, preventing any comeback into that round. And now KZ going for the Astralis stack, the 5-man stack up here towards pool. And Sully come back, as long as they don't walk their way into this one very awkwardly, 1-by-1 gladiator style. This should be pretty easily their round. All this stack really does, usually it guarantees a couple of kills. Usually you're almost assuredly going to get at least 1 or 2 if they go your way.
Yeah, and I'm kind of waiting for Duck to try to peek them real quick and see this wall of guns pointed at him, because that's going to be massive information, because the bomb is towards the A bomb side. So if he can peek out and see 5 players there, they'll be able to plant the bomb immediately on the A bomb site, which they're not yet. They're rotating back towards B. This is huge for KZ.
Well, with 5 players here with Mac 10s, you think they should be able to win that gun duel, but the timing. KZ is going to be pushing their way right into these Mac 10s, and it's going to be a slaughter. Mac 10s to the dome, to the body, to the chest, all over the place. Sully come back swiftly, clean that one up for double digits now, 10-7. KZ is going to to be pushing their way
really
right into these Mac 10s, and it's going to be a slaughter. Mac 10s
hoping it would work,
dome.
but no, those
KZ's going to be
those Mac 10s just sprayed them down GTA style, and that's going to be a 10th round here for Sully comeback, heading into the 18th round. 10-7 your score line, as it looks like they're going to leave bomb back a little bit and trying to look for maybe some opening picks here. Kind of a interesting strategy, as Crane will slowly walk his way back and pick up that bomb. Looks like they really haven't decided on exactly which bomb site to go for right now. It looks like they're just trying to get picks, and they will find one at B. Crane's going to run back, pick up the bomb, and that's going to cause a rotation from Jake. So now they're split up 2-2.
Luck of the draw there is, you know your opponents are on 4 Mac 10s. You try to get a bit aggressive, take them down at range. Unfortunately, Twist walks his way into the singular rifle on the side of Sully comeback and gets himself killed. Still, though, 2 players here for KZ on the B bomb site to try to defend as the exec comes out. Fustin needs to find a couple of kills, and he will start it out with 1. Can't find any more than that, but Jake will combine and bring it into the 4v3 for now. But the other side, unfortunately, things have gone a little bit better for Sully comeback, and that leaves this one even numbers, and Zach worried about the flank. He's going to have to be paranoid.
Sully, the members of Sully will be able to upgrade some weapons here and get a FAMAS and an AK. Bomb is taken away, 3-on-3 situation. 10-7 your scoreline. Bomb taken away. Squirrel over by Pool. Find a kill into Jake. Will be traded out by Zach, but Zach will fall to the hands of Crane. Fustin pushing on to the bomb side, but will fall, and that's going to be a 12th round for Sully comeback here, as they're gaining some momentum. Or 11th round, sorry.
gaining quite a bit of momentum as they win that one. And I mentioned, you know, they were so good on that CT side, getting 5 alive for round 2 and round 3. Not having 5 alive here on their T side, but you can see how the economy works out, even with, you know, only a few alive, 2 alive in round 3, 4 in round 2. They have plenty of money in the bank, and if they can be clean here, it's going to be a dire situation for KZ.
4 Deagles and a 5-7 over for KZ, kind of saving some monies here, and a smoke with Sauced as they have 3 members of KZ on the B-bomb side. One will fall to Marco really quick and will be traded down by Twist, so pretty good trade here, which Twist will be able to pick up an AK. So 4-on-4 situation, 3 Deagles and an AK for KZ as the bomb is starting to make its way over to the A-bomb site. Execution smokes coming out, Sauced in pits, and Zach over by Arches. And see, this is what I'm kind of interested in. They start to push out and then they back up. They always seem to do that for Sully. They start the execution, which will start you know, players to rotate, and then they kind of back out, which sometimes leads them into bad situations. Rise will find a 2-piece here, which will bring it down to a 2-on-2.
And actually, Rise smoking himself off gives a bit of space for Zach, but it could come back to help him as he may be forced into a situation where he clears out this angle. Zach 1v2, Rise with the flash, peeks out, grabs the kill, and the round. Rise putting his team on his back there as they were in that 2v4, but he entered with a quick double out apartments with the M4 in hand to bring it into the 2v2 that they then can close out. And we've got the double op now coming out of KZ, and this is a must-win round.
Definitely, if they need to get this in the books here. 12-7 your scoreline, round 20, as Sully is starting to kind of run away with this and gain momentum. Doug is going to take a little bit of damage here off the break, down to 88. The bomb is going to be back in mid as they are looking for picks once more. And you're going to have a 3-2 split for KZ, 2 on the B-bomb site, Fustin and Twist, 3 over on A, Jake, Zach, and Sauced. As all members of Sully just kind of spread throughout the map, looking for a pick, see where they can get an opening here, see where they can get a charitable donation of a round.
Charitable donation of a round. They're going to try and rip it from Sully's cold, dead hands if they can, and Sully come back. Still not too much map control. They've got themselves banana control, but no mid control to speak of. Means Jake is going for this rotate over to the B bomb site, and that is exactly where Sully is positioning. They're posturing up to hit this B site. Just a bit of pressure put on towards middle, trying to draw that rotate back, and that is a perfect play. Look at this from KZ. Multiple players rotating off. Twist not going to full rotate, but he's not going to be here fully in support if Fustin can't delay.
I think Squirrel and Rise should have made a little more noise over there because Twist was on the rotate, but now he's going to find his way back towards the B-bomb side. Jake is going to start his rotation over as well. Fustin will find an op kill into Duck. They're going to smoke it out and get the bomb on the ground here as the full rotate is on from KZ. Twist finding a kill again, Crane dropping and down to a 3-on-5. Fustin for KZ down to 14 HP with an op. And now it's going to be a retake situation. Sauce finding a headshot into Rise. And just 2 players left for Sully, Squirrel and Marco the Potato. As a Potato will find a kill into Zach. Finds a second headshot into Jake. This is huge. Finds a 3rd kill, but will fall now down to a 1-on-2. Bomb is taken away. Squirrel, your last man standing, but will drop, and they will go for the defuse here. And that's going to be a round for KZ.
That is a very close one. And if Fustin, if he hadn't landed that shot, that round very well could have gone the way of Sully comeback from a 2v5. They almost brought it home. Still, 2 members remaining for KZ there as they pick up the round win, but 2, it's not enough. You can see this buy up here for KZ is not perfect by any means. They've got a FAMAS and low utility in the hands of Zach. They don't have full utility in Sauce or Fustin's hands either, and Sully has more than enough to go for a buy. And that op pick from Jake, he wants to get something done early, give his team an advantage into this round where they start with a bit of a disadvantage. Unfortunately, though, no such luck to be found, and Sully comeback feeling pretty good into this one, as already KZ is down to 1 or 2 pieces of utility across the board max.
Yeah, you were talking about Zach there with the FAMAS and just a regular armor buy, not even any full utility for anybody. As KZ will drop, as Marco will also drop. So nice trade there for 1-4. Duck over on Sully will be down to 17 HP as the bomb will start to make its way towards the A bomb site. Zach is going to be a boiler. Squirrel's going to come around that corner. Let's see who will find the kill. Squirrel will, with a nice AK headshot, leaving Sauce your only man on the A bomb site, as Jake and Fustin will start to make their way over from B. Sauce will find a kill, defensive kill, but will immediately be dropped by Rise. That's going to take control of the A bomb site for Sully, get the bomb plant, and now it's down to a 3-on-2.
Ducks did so much from that pit angle, from back pit, big pit you may call it. Unfortunately, unable to replicate that level of success there was Sauced, and that leaves KZ in the 2v3 that they're going for. In fact, not one that they should be winning almost any percentage of the time, but still, they wanted to make their way in. As they didn't find a kill to open things up, they will back off and allow a 13th round for Sully. It's going to be 5 rounds in the lead now as Sully edge their way closer to game point.
As the bomb will go boom, that's going to be another round for Sully. 13 rounds here to KZ's 8 as we head into this 22nd round. And we're just trying to watch what the KZ squad is going to buy. I mean, max on most players is about $4,000. So you're going to have an AWP and AK, and the rest are going to have some pistols. So not exactly a ideal situation for KZ to defend these bomb sites.
How do you feel about this one here from KZ? This is one that I'm a bit split on. Do you go for a save here? They could have gone for a force. It wouldn't have been perfect, but they would have been gambling a whole lot on it. Instead, they allow that AWP and AK to try to carry the round as they go for Deegs on the other 3.
They were able to pick up some armor, though, on those, so it's kind of a halfway buy. So we're going to have to see if it was a smart idea to kind of, supportive weapons of the main gunners there, Jake and Fustin. What's your opinion on it? I'm kind of curious as a veteran CSGO analyst, I'd say.
I can go for it. I think it's not a bad idea. I wish Zach had a bit more money in the bank. I love the fact that they're doubling on B with both guns. If Sully come back, make their way over to the A side, which is, where they are posturing up, then KZ can just hold on to those guns and they'll have a bit of a bolstered economy later on. And Sully have made a bit of contact over here on the A side, taken quite a bit of damage for themselves as well. Sauced could make a peek out at the right moment and start to find some kills.
Zach's going to open things up, finding a deagle kill to Marco. Sauced as well, finding a kill. This is going great for KZ right now, as it's just down to a 2-on-5 as Swift will find